If you thought the Amphibia episodes couldn't get any more purple, then this episode from Big City Greens, which is the second Halloween episode, Squashed, is a lot more purple than you think, which makes me feel guilty for not including purple colors in my intro last year, but let's be real. I really feel like that people will probably prefer orange and black more than purple, but in all honesty, purple deserves respect in this season of Halloween. The last Halloween episode centers around Cricket and Bill. This time, it centers around Tilly and Bill, who they're throwing the Halloween party at their place, but as it turns out, Bill has small pumpkins that he can't be able to grow in time for the Halloween party. They go to meet Mrs. Zapp. Yes, I know she has a false name, but it's difficult to pronounce it and remembering it by, so I'm gonna call her Mrs. Zapp. In order to find a solution to grow the pumpkins bigger, and in the beginning of the episode, Mrs. Zapp was in outer space on Mars, and she got something that can easily turn things much more bigger, but Bill thinks otherwise, but Tilly is willing to do it behind his father's back. Her father's back. With the compounds that Tilly put on the pumpkins, they got bigger, but they turned into monsters while attacking the people at the Halloween party, while also turning them into monsters once they capture them. This is one of the examples that, unlike in the last Halloween episode where it's mainly preventing havoc since it will happen either way, Tilly took the role of what Cricket did in episodes before by causing things worse for everyone from his own doing. And while this is somewhat similar to what Bill did in the last Halloween episode, the reasonings of doing it are different, and considering that Tilly is willing to make things right for her father despite going behind his back, honestly, it's difficult to blame her in the same fashion to blaming Cricket in other episodes. This centers around Tilly's relationship with Bill, and if this ended up happening at a festival going on when it comes to a farmer's market rather than a competition by having fresh and bigger produce, then I'm pretty sure Big City would have been in more danger. But then again, one of the pumpkins turned into a radio tower that turned all the pumpkins in Big City into monsters, which in all honesty is a lose-lose situation that the virus would spread rapidly with or without a farmer's market that's running a festival going on. I really feel mostly bad for Tilly for being in so much of a handicapped position, but at the same time, this also showcases her relationship with Bill a lot more. Out of all the relationships in this show, this is the most healthiest when it comes to how Tilly is close to her father. She wants to be like him for Halloween, which she took legitimately, and she's willing to make things better for him in order to make him impressed. And considering that it ended up backfiring when the compound made the pumpkins into monsters, there is a reason onto why Bill is one of the smartest characters in the show, even though in some occasions it's mostly the opposite. But at the same time, when it comes to the final minutes of the episode, she came up with a plan to destroy the pumpkin monsters by using a mower, which not only destroys the biggest pumpkin monster, but also the radio tower that stops all the pumpkins in Big City. If Bill came up with that strategy, he would have had Cricket to drove the mower while Tilly does something to distract the enemies. And to be perfectly real with you, if we ended up having that, then Tilly wouldn't be able to carry the episode's final minutes in order to make her shine. While I'm not a fan of Tilly in particular, I really feel like that this is one of her shining moments and one of the best episodes that she has throughout the series. Believe me, if we ended up getting an alternative direction, then, in all honesty, it's gonna be mostly a backstab to the people who actually enjoyed Tilly's character. Why I enjoyed the first Halloween episode more, I found this episode entertaining and still very good for its own direction. Believe me, if you enjoyed Tilly's character, you will enjoy this episode when it comes to her taking the spotlight. I'm not sure if they're gonna be making another Halloween episode, but if they aren't going to make one, then I'm gonna be reviewing the pizza episode from season 3 next year for Halloween Mania, possibly, or just Halloween reviews. I really feel like that if they do another Halloween episode, they won't be able to top what they did from this episode and the last Halloween episode. I'm giving this episode an 8 out of 10.